Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Of course, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honors. Also, salutations go out to the fellow Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth with all sincerity while trying to wake up the remaining hopefully elect. This is Naaman with the DC camp. And hey, uh, you know, uh, topic that just keeps on giving, and that's these women in these times. They're still out here acting stupid and thinking everything's all right. you know and this video here I put up, I'm getting ready to run here. This guy is called Angry Man. I like his videos, especially his shorts. uh, but you got this simp. All right, these people that like to, they don't think the so-called black woman can do any wrong. The simps. So he's out here trying to make excuses for the so-called black woman. All right, and as we know, there is no excuse. All right, she really believes that this is it, and this is a problem with Jake as a whole. You can't see past America. When this shit falls, and it's just a matter of when, not if, but when. All right, this shit falls apart, the bottom falls out, a lot of you gonna be scrambling. Well, what the hell happened? What's going on? Well, we tried to tell you. All right, you laughed at us, you mocked us. Hey, Ezekiel 33 and 31. All right, and 32. We were but well. Let's just get it real quick. This is how you responded to what we were trying to do. All right. It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, because we're out there in the marketplace, the agora, all right, where everybody intersects. All right, you get all kinds. That's what we've commanded to do. All right. It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. All right, this is what, as an American, you're taught. All right, you're taught to take on the attributes of your enemy, your oppressor. And the scriptures say, envy not thine oppressor, does it not? All right, and that's what, well, hey, let's get it real quick. Let's see. Proverbs 3 and 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. What do our people do, especially the women? Because you got to understand, when it comes to the black woman, this is Genesis 3, all day, every day. Guess what? The so-called white man is, for all intents and purposes, her God. All right. So let's go back to where I was. It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, which we get a lot of cheerleaders out there, on the line. But their heart goeth after their covetousness. 32, and lo, thou art unto them, we are as to them, as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And in this, if there is a case where, usually is this the case, it will be a Jake, a man. If in the case there's a couple, it'll be going good until a few select words, especially about, the women being in silence in the church, and them scriptures come out, and then she'll tug on him, and she'll try to pull him out the way. That's the way it is, you know. But see, you got to answer for all this, and that time where payment is due is coming for you women. All right, no matter who tries to speak up for you. All right, because as it says in when you get to Isaiah 3rd chapter, all right, from 16 on through the end there, it tells you you were cursed because of what? Your stink attitudes, more or less. And then in 4:1, it tells you what's going to happen to you. All right, you're going to be coming to Israelite men in specific. All right, that's going into the beginnings of where it talks about the Lord there at the beginning of Isaiah 32. But it's going to be, you know, you got that Israelite man too. You're going to regret. You're not going to just, you know, get out of this without answering for what you've done. All right. Verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Like I said, it's just a matter of when, not if. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. All right, so let's go ahead and roll this video. This simp here. Let's just got to see it.
Look, check this out. Black women are tired. They're tired of being independent. They're tired of being looked at as the strongest. They're tired of having to take care of the kids by themselves. They're tired of bearing all the weight. Don't believe the hype that you see on all of these social media networks. Black women are tired, and the reason why I know this is because I talk and have conversations with a lot of black women.
Okay, so since you talk to black women all the time, do me a favor. Since they're so tired, ask them why they wanted to be single. Ask them why they spent so much time over, 50 years saying that they don't need a man.
There you go.
Do me a favor and ask them that, Derek Jackson Jr.
Exactly, because you chose that path. Just because that feminism was presented to you didn't mean you had to jump on board. That was your choice. And now that you see that you done fucked up, oh, now there's a problem. All right, now you want to jump back across the aisle and say, yeah, no. Look with your decision, and of course they're going to blame it all on the man, but this was your decision to do this. You took on what that Gloria Steinem bitch and that feminist movement that was set up by, you know, certain alphabet agency, because she was contracted out working for them. And I'm talking about the CIA, for you dumb motherfuckers. And look what happened to our families, specifically our families that hurt the most. That was the intent. And you fell for it. And a lot of you of a certain age, you still have no regrets, but look at the consequences. Look at these streets out here. All right, look at the consequences. These are your fruits. These wild, crazy motherfuckers running around here because you said, I can be the mother and the father, which is impossible. But you fell for that bullshit. So we could bring out scriptures like Micah, 7 and 10. Because, hey, you too are one of the main ones that are mocking. All right. This is Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is mine enemy, the so-called black woman, has been the enemy, along with Edom, the descendant of Esau, the so-called white man. They've been partners in crime. All right, and we, as so-called black men, as Israelite men, have been the targets. It's always been about the males, all right, down throughout history. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Most High Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Let's see what that mire is. Strong's H2916. Shawash. All right. From an unused root meaning apparently to be sticky, through the idea of dirt to be swept away. Mud or clay, figuratively, calamity. And all this confusion that I just mentioned earlier, oh yeah, who's going to freak out the most, you think? Yeah, the women. But these big, tough, thug motherfuckers too. Guess who they were raised by? There you go. Now you get the picture, hopefully. Clay, dirt, you know, and deservedly so. That's what she deserves. All right. So, you know, this all goes back to, like I said, let's go to Isaiah 30. I didn't want to intend for this to be too long, but who are you listening to? These people that you listen to here, the vile person should be no more called liberal. For the churl, let's see here, for the churl, Strong's H3596, all right, Kolya, all right, niggardly. And when you see that word there, niggardly, all right, in the sense of withholding, you're talking about, in this case, the elites. And of course, a niggard would be someone that's stingy and everyone's favorite, or another word for it is a miser. And everyone's favorite miser is what? Ebenezer Scrooge. So you think these are the people, all right? But who do you think are behind all these, you know, these think tanks and, you know, ultimately it's these elite bankers, you know? It says, for the vile person, let's see, let's check that out. Nabal, what do you associate that with? Story of King David, right? Abigail's husband. That word became synonymous with foolish. All right, it says stupid, wicked, especially impious. All right, fool, what did I say? Foolish, man or woman, or a vile person. All right. For the vile person will speak villainy, which they do, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. Oh, who are we talking about here? The king of the hypocrites. All right, these Edomites, these so-called white people. These are your rulers of this world. You know, earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right, Job 9:24. Again, for the vile person, verse 6, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy, to utter error against the Most High Yahweh. What's this error? All right, let's see. Hold on, here it is. Strong's 8442. Tawaya, impiety again. All right. This Bible has been a tool of his. All right. And that tool he used against our people. He doesn't give a damn, as Psalms 50, verses 16 and 17. All right. He took this covenant into his mouth. All right. Knowing it had nothing to do with him. But he used it as a weapon. All right. A tool, weapon. All right. He deceived the whole world as a result. And that was the prophecy in Revelation 20th chapter. All right. After that 1,000 years, he was bound. He was shut up. So he couldn't deceive the people. And now in this little season that we're thankfully coming to an end of, you know, because we're in the time now he's trying to establish his new world order. And that voodoo he used to do so well, where he had all the people, you know, deceived, especially when it comes to our people, you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called, and those scattered abroad across the four corners. All right, but these things aren't working like they used to because there's so much information coming out. It's like the little Dutch boy in the dike, you know. You only got so many fingers and toes, whatever have you. All right, but impiety, or it says in parentheses, political, injury, error, or hinder. All right. It says the instruments Oh, let me finish this. It says, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Most High Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry. Who's that? That's the Israelites. And he will cause the drink of the thirsty, again, Israelites, to fail. All right? And that's coming about in the more literal sense with a manufactured famine that's on its way. Bill Gates buying up all the land, foreign land, I might, mind you, all the farmland he can get. You got to ask yourself, start asking questions as to why these things are happening. Like I said in my last video, all these food processing plants, I think it was over 100, that mysteriously caught on fire and burned down. Livestock being killed off, crops being literally buried. All right. But these are things that you have to search out, because if you're depending on your local news, you're never going to get it. All right, you're never ever going to get it. It says, okay, verse 7, the instruments also of the churl are evil. Let's look at that, instruments. Let's see. Something prepared, that is any apparatus. All right. Implement, utensil, dress, vessel, or weapon, armor. All right. Let's see. Yeah. These are weapons, all right, that are used against us. It says, instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor. Again, who is it talking about? It's talking about the Israelites. With lying words. One of the most messed up pictures I've seen of late is when Joe Biden went to the church for this Martin Luther King thing, with the Senator Warnock, all right, who just won re-election against Herschel Walker down there in Georgia. The audacity of this devil. And if you ever get I didn't think to bring it up, it just popped into my head now, but you look at the expression on that devil, Joe Biden, Jim Crow Joe, the one of the majority, a lot of our people elected because they fell for the okie doke, see, and you look at the expression of the people in the choir, they're so all caught up in the celebrity. The president is at the church, the one that's been deceiving you, and he's got all this legislation, all right, against you. There's something to be said about that expression about the best slave is one that doesn't even realize he's a slave. Damn shame. Anyway, 7 again says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Depending on the wrong people. All right. When the needy speaketh right, we're out there trying to tell you the truth. Who you really are. Who you should be praying to as your power. The Most High's name is Yahweh. His Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who you have to go through. He is the mediator. All right. And no, that's not true about the laws being done away with. You still have to do them to the best of your ability. All right. But your so-called pastor's not going to tell you that. He's still passing around that collection plate. So he keeps that law. But anyway, so with that, once again, I'll post the link of this. The Angry Man. He's got a lot of good, video shorts you can look at. It's just, everybody's on this. Everybody's sick of the so-called black woman, Hey, so with that, until the next video, hey, shalom.